how beginners can start as a virtual assistant. I know a lot of us want to work as a VA kahit na wala pa tayong experience. Nung ako din naman, when I started, I tried different options actually. Starting as a virtual assistant is possible even if you are a beginner. So don't lose hope, okay? Everybody starts as a beginner. Kahit naman anong klaseng job yan. Pero nag-aalangan tayo mostly sa pagiging VA kasi nga wala tayong experience. Tapos natatakot tayo sa mga interviews. Actually, when applying as a virtual assist, kailangan lang nating maging brave sa mga interviews kasi pag nag-apply ka, hindi ibig sabihin na matatanggap ka na agad-agad. You will undergo different and multiple kinds of rejections. So, dapat hindi tayo panghinaan ng loob. Minsan nakakapagod na rin. Especially if you're attending interviews and syempre yung mga clients natin are from different countries. So, ibig sabihin, gabi, ganyan, or madaling araw nila tayo i-interviewin. So, minsan, nakakatamad, di ba? But if we really want to work as a VA, then we have to undergo the process. So, without further ado, let's talk about the step-by-step process on how to begin as a VA without experience. Number 1, learn basic virtual assistant skills. You already have some of the skills. Kailangan mo lang i-discover. So we have to learn the most common tasks or skills na kailangan like email management, data entry, calendar, scheduling, customer service, social media management, and basic research. Okay, so those are the most common tasks ng isang VA. So pag meron na tayo nun, pwede na tayong mag-apply. So, for example, you had a previous work experience as an office worker or office staff. So, ibig sabihin, na-experience mo na sigurong mag-send ng emails, mag-answer ng emails, mag-manage ng emails or ng schedule, di ba? So, you already have some of the skills needed. Customer service, if you worked sa isang company, ibig sabihin, you were dealing with customers. So, you have provided customer service to different kinds of people. So, that's one advantage. Medyo i-explain lang natin kung ano ba yung mga magandang skills or magandang attributes or personalities ng isang customer service representative, diba? We have to be patient, yung mga ganyan, and then I dealt with different kinds of customers. So, ganun gustong-gusto nila yon. So, ibig sabihin, you have the ability to talk to different kinds of people. Especially kung nag-apply ka sa isang client na may online store, ganyan, pwedeng edge mo na yon. Kasi ibig sabihin, ka-experience ka na ng pagharap sa iba't ibang klase ng customers. And then, you have also to practice using some of the basic tools na kailangan ng isang VA. Like for example, yung Google Sheets, Google Docs, Canva, CapCut. Those are the editing tools na kailangan natin para maging isang social media manager or isang content creator. And we are already doing that. Lalong-lalo na kung mahilig kang mag-post, mag-content creator sa Facebook mo or sa TikTok account mo, you can already use that skill or experience para mag-apply as a VA. Kasi ganun lang naman yung mga kailangan nila. Minsan lang, very complicated lang yung isip natin. Pag sinasabi natin na content creator ay dapat expert. No. We just have to have the basic. Ma-improve naman natin yung mga skills natin along the way. Basta lang alam natin gamitin yung mga tools na yun, mga basic tools. And of course, yung Microsoft Excel, mga ganyan. Pwede kang mag-practice on your own. Akala mo lang hindi mo alam. Akala mo lang complicated. Pero, when I was learning on my own too, I found a lot of tutorial sa YouTube na free naman and they're very helpful. So, try those YouTube tutorials and then try to practice also on your own. So, hindi siya complicated. Tayo lang ang nagpapacomplicate. So, next is choose your VA services. So, decide what kind of VA service you would like to offer to your client. So, again, for beginners, yun nga yung basic skills na nabanggit natin. Data entry, email management, calendar scheduling, mga ganun, basic research, and then customer service. Yon. So, pwede kang mag-start sa mga skills na yon. So, you just have to choose Kailangan maging specific ka kung ano talaga yung gustong-gusto mong i-pursue. Hindi pwedeng lahat-lahat applyan mo. Mas magiging complicated yun for you. Why? Kasi hindi mo na alam kung ano yung gusto mo talagang i-continue, i-push through, or i-improve, or i-develop. Like for example, you have decided to provide customer service. So at least alam mo na kung ano yung pwede mong i-improve pa na skill. So we have to be specific. You have to also check yourself kung ano ba yung gusto mo, yun yung i-focus mo. Again, I already tried applying as a general VA. Hindi ko alam actually before na meron palang mga ganito, specific kinds of VA. So apply lang ako ng apply ng apply. Pagdating ng mga replies ng mga clients, ayoko naman yung mga tasks na binabanggit nila doon sa email nila. They will invite you for an interview, tapos meron silang ipapasagot. Actually, may mga tasks silang ipapasagot sa'yo or questions na ipapasagot sa'yo, and then hindi ko nagugustuhan naman yung iba. Sabi ko, ay, hindi ko naman alam to, hindi ko rin naman gusto tong gawin na to. So at least you know what kind of service you should and you would like to offer. Next is create a simple resume and portfolio. So for portfolio, yun yung mga sample ng mga task natin or experience natin. Pero as a beginner nga, 'di ba, wala tayong experience as a VA. Pwede yung mga pinagpracticean mo. For example, as a content creator, kung ano yung mga inedit mo for your YouTube channel, kung meron kang channel, or for your TikTok account, Facebook account, pwede mong idagdag yun. Or kung ano man yung previous work experience mo, kung meron kang mga certificate doon, like for example, best employee, ganyan, best in attendance, mga certificate, pwede mong idagdag doon para lang magkaroon ng edge yung yung portfolio mo. Merong interesting na nakalagay dun sa portfolio mo. Ilalagay mo din some of them actually sa resume mo, pero mas magandang i-present mo yun sa portfolio. Paano nga ba gumawa ng portfolio? So, it's all about you, about your experience, and about your skills. And then mga proof. Like for example, pag certificate, yung mga picture ng certificate mo, yung mga sample na tasks mo sa previous job mo man as an office worker or as a customer service representative sa BPO, for example, hindi pa naman yun pagiging VA, pwede mong ilagay doon sa portfolio mo, ikwento mo doon sa portfolio mo na yon. Meron at merong client na magugustuhan ang portfolio mo. Basta pag-isipan mo siya, pwede ka ring again manood ng YouTube tutorials on how to create a portfolio. Paglaanan mo ng time and effort yung portfolio mo kasi pwede mo yung gawin to apply sa iba't ibang clients. Hindi mo lang yun magagamit sa isang client lang. Kaya paglaanan mo na ng time and effort. Next is find VA jobs online. Once you're ready na, you can now find clients online. Okay? So, if you're really a beginner, yung wala ka pa talagang experience and hindi mo alam din kung ano yung gusto mong gawin, you can apply sa VA agencies. Okay? Kasi, advantage of having a VA agency is that they will interview you, pwede ring ma-assess yung skills mo based on the interview, and then your resume, your portfolio, pwede nilang tingnan kung ano yung best kind of VA job for you. So, tutulungan ka nila na i-classify kung anong type of VA ka or anong skills ang swak sa'yo. So, pwede ka nilang tulungan, and then, at the same time, iti-train ka nila. You will have training with the company, and then tutulungan ka nila na magkaroon ng client. Mas safe to, kasi mas sure ka na mababayaran ka. 'Di ba? Kasi sa mga independent contractors, higher risk siya actually, pero mas malaki naman ang sahod if you will find clients independently sa onlinejobs.ph, sa Facebook, sa Upwork, sa Fiverr, and Freelancer. You can try those platforms para maghanap ng clients. Pero pag wala ka talagang mahanap, if you are willing to try VA agencies, makakahanap ka ng maraming VA agencies here in the Philippines that can offer stable jobs for you as a beginner. Next is start with small jobs. Huwag tayong maghangad agad ng malaki. Yung mga VAs dyan na may premium rate na, pag sinasabi nating premium rates, yung mga matataas na yung rates nila, may $10 per hour, mga ganon. Ang lalaki na ng sahod nila because they started small too. Unless talagang magaling ka na sa umpisa pa lang, tapos nabenta mo yung sarili mo sa clients ng mataas na rate, ayun, magaling ka doon, swerte na lang yun. Pero most VAs started small. As a beginner, kailangan nating mag-start small. So let's try to accept tasks na maliliit muna while we are improving our skills, while we are gaining more experience. We will also receive good client reviews from our clients or from our previous clients para sa future clients natin if we want to apply sa ibang clients for a higher salary. And of course, you will build your reputation. Many clients refer VAs to other clients. Lalong-lalo na kung very happy sila sa work mo, i-refer ka nila sa ibang clients, especially if you're just working part-time with that client and then nakikita nila na very effective ka, they will refer you to other clients. So word of mouth. And then again, good client reviews para ma-build mo pa yung portfolio mo or yung profile mo, yung especially your Facebook profile or your LinkedIn profile. So it's very important to build your reputation. So it's okay to start small. While working as a beginner, continue improving your skills. Learn new skills, experience new skills, and new tools. And let's add na matutunan kung paano gamitin yung Trello, Slack, Zoom, ganun. These are the communication tools na commonly ginagamit ng mga clients natin abroad. So if you know how to use these tools, ibig sabihin meron ka ng edge as a VA. So I hope my explanation is not too complicated. Sana madali siyang maintindihan. Pero thank you so much guys for the trust. I hope this video helps. So again, see you next time. Bye!